Hey everybody, Cindy here with BubbleHunter soaps. Today I'm going to be remaking my oatmeal milk and honey soap, and this one is going to be fairly short because the batter does accelerate fairly fast, and we want to get it in the mold quick, but we also want it to be correct. So in here I have my oat milk, which I made on my own. I used distilled water and oatmeal, and I put it in a food processor. I filtered it, and I got all of the oatmeal out, and what's left is the oat milk, and I topped it off with some distilled water. So that's what I have in here. I have my lye right here. I'm also got some honey right here. This is local honey from a local supplier I got at the farmer's market. In this jug I have cocoa powder. This is an all-natural soap. Cocoa powder for coloring and turmeric powder. Both of those are supposed to be really good for your skin. Cocoa powder is an antioxidant.
Turmeric brightens skin, reduces acne, promotes smooth and elastic skin, is an antiseptic and an antioxidant as well.
I have my liquid oils over here. I also have colloidal oats in there, kaolin clay, and sodium lactate. So I have that sitting in there. It's absorbing all the oils. I want it all combined. So we're gonna just get into this and get this in the mold. So here we go. I am adding this as slowly as possible. It does thicken up in the oat milk because it's combining itself with all the fatty acids or the fat in the liquid. So, and that's pretty normal, as you can see. Well, maybe you can't see it, but it's pretty thick right now. So I'm gonna keep mixing this until it's all combined. And the scent in this, it's all natural scents, and the scent comes from the oatmeal and the colloidal oats. It's a nice oaty scent. It's just absolutely delicious smelling. And this is very hot. Let me get my thermometer out and tell you. I'm going to tell you exactly how hot it is. Right now it's 184 degrees. And it's just getting hotter because of the oat milk. Yep, 190. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that in with my oils and my butter, because I am still doing the heat transfer method, and it will loosen up that batter quite a bit. Woo, that's hot. And that's an exothermic reaction is what that's doing. The lye and the milk, the water. That is hot. And it's very normal for this reaction to happen. It happened last time I made it, and the soap was the best soap I've ever made. It is our absolute favorite soap. So I'm gonna get this all combined in here. I'm gonna get those oils, the hard oils and the butter, all melted with that oat milk and lye solution batter. I guess it's a batter because of how thick it was, but as you can see, it's loosening up significantly just by putting it in with the hard oils and the butter. And what I have in here is palm oil, lard, coconut oil, lanolin, and shea butter. And I have the honey off to the side, and I'm going to put that in as last as I can get it, because that's going to heat up the solution even more. Most likely this is going to crack. It did last time, and I'm okay with that. I may end up putting this in the refrigerator so that it stays as cool as possible. But yeah, as you can see, that batter has dissipated with the oat milk and the lye, and it's doing its thing. It's melting all those hard oils and the butter. And all that I have left in there is palm or shea butter. Both of them are fairly solid. Palm takes a while to melt. And this is still quite hot. It's not too bad though, it's about 130 degrees, so it has cooled down significantly. Almost there. And it's already has that oaty smell that it's awesome. It is the best soap. It just has that natural scent. This soap does not need any fragrance in it whatsoever. It is perfect all on its own. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get those liquid oils and get those added. And get my stick blender in there. Get the liquid oils. And in here I have olive oil, castor oil, and hemp seed oil. And I have the colloidal oats, I have kale and clay, and sodium lactate in there. And as you can see, well, you may not be able to see that. I'm going to scrape out the colloidal oats that kind of sank to the bottom. We want all that goodness in our soap. Using hemp seed oil and soap, it adds a nice glide, nice softness to your bar. It's a lightweight oil. It's just wonderful. All right, I'll get this mixed. Check to make sure it's emulsified. It is not quite, so I'm going to keep going. It's close, but I'm going to keep going. right, that is good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to split it. Going to leave most of it a natural color, this creamy beige colored. And then I'm going to, well, I'm going to add the honey first. Then I'm going to leave most of it this creamy beige color. And then I'm going to pour some into the turmeric powder as well as the cocoa powder. And I did melt this honey a little bit just so that it blends better. I am going to get the stick blender, make sure that honey is all combined together, and then I'm going to split it off. And that honey will heat it up even more. It'll react with the lye water, or the lye and the oat milk, and start heating it up more. So we're gonna try and move a little bit faster now that that's in there. And it also changes colors. If you can see that, it's kind of an orangey color now. And that's pretty normal. So we're gonna add this to the turmeric powder. Gonna get this in the cocoa powder, get those blended. I'm gonna go ahead and add this main portion right into the mold. And I am using Workshop Heritage Tall and Skinny mold. And here we go, we're gonna pull that right in. Ooh, look at that lovely batter. It's gorgeous. It's just kind of an orangey. It will change back a little bit. Kind of an orangey beige. I want to get every little goodness out of that. Out of this container, and I will not come back to it. Okay, set that aside. Now I'm gonna get the cocoa powder and the turmeric powder all blended in. And I will probably get the stick blender out to get this evenly distributed. Get that stick blender out. We'll get those blended and added to the mold. Turmeric changes it to a nice deep orange. It's just gorgeous. Alright, get that scraped off and I'll just stir it, make sure it's all blended, get that in the mold, and I will do a hanger swirl. All nicely distributed. Oops. Okay. And to add it to the mold. And then I'm gonna got it up high so it kind of gets way down there. I'm gonna go low so it stays up on top. And I'll come back and scrape that out in a minute. I'm gonna get that. Get that out of there first. And we'll do the same for the turmeric. Up high, make sure it goes all the way down. And go low so some of it stays up on top. Gorgeous. All right, I'll scrape that out in a minute. Get my hanger tool out. My hanger tool is also from Workshop Heritage, and it fits this mold just perfectly. So I'm gonna go down and kind of swirl it and over and over and all the way across, and there we go. It is beautiful. I love this soap. I absolutely love this soap. If I said I love this soap. All right, we'll get the rest of this out of the little containers here. We'll just kind of splash it all over. Beautiful. I'll bring you in for a close-up here in just a minute. Clean this up a second. I'm gonna let that set up, and then I'll bring you back and I'll show you the awesome way I design the top. There is the top. But we're not done, so I'll bring you back when I'm ready to do the top, and I'm gonna let it sit up for just a little bit. All right, I am back, and I'm hoping it's set up enough. What I have here is just plain old bubble wrap. I was hoping to have some smaller ones, but these are big bubbles, but it's all gonna make the same effect. Just bigger bubbles. So I'm going to just go ahead and place it right on the top of the soap. Make my little indenties with the bubble wrap. Push it down a little bit. Just take a peek. Yeah, that's kind of not doing what I want it to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it overnight, and I won't take the bubble wrap off because when I lift it up, it's just bringing the soap with it. I'm just gonna leave it be, and might trim it up a little bit so it's just not hanging all over the place. Then tomorrow I will come back for the cut, and show you the end results. So there is oatmeal milk and honey colored with cocoa powder and turmeric powder, and I left most of it all natural. And we did the hanger swirl, and we used local honey from Minnesota that I got at the farmer's market. And we'll bring you back tomorrow for the cut. We'll see you then. Hey everybody, I am back to do the cut of the oatmeal milk and honey soap. I have my Workshop Heritage slab mold cutter out. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it into my slabs, and then I will get my multi-bar cutter out and we will cut it into bars. So here we go. Multi-bar cutter. I named her Stella. Make sure they're tight. Like playing a musical instrument. So let's get to cutting the oatmeal milk and honey. And I apologize for the lighting. It's kind of hazy. I'm gonna tip it on its side because it's so tall. It's kind of hazy outside because of the Canada fires. And I'm gonna line it up so that I get end pieces. But it's hazy outside because of all the Canadian fires we have. And the smoke is just making it really tough outside. There is the cut. Took one from the middle. You can see that it's kind of glossy, and that will go away once it's had time to do more of its cure. It's just sweating, and it is humid outside. But these are fantastic soaps. So there's, and I'm gonna just keep on cutting here. But yeah, it's so hazy outside and so smoky, and the air quality is bad, so it's not good to do a lot of stuff outside right now because of it. But of course my husband just called and said that we're gonna go on motorcycle rides, so whatever. Gotta enjoy life while you can. You only get one. And I'm just running my fingers along the edges just to clean it up just a touch. And with the honey in this soap, that actually, it makes the bubbles a lot bigger and foamier, and it just gives you a great bubble. And if you want to know where I got my multi-bar cutter, I got that from Nurture Soap. And these soaps will be available in my Etsy shop in September. So for those of you that are a little nervous to use milks and honeys and that kind of thing in your soaps, don't be afraid to give it a try. As you saw in the video, adding the lye to the oat milk that I had made it into a thick batter. It still made an amazing soap, as you can see. And don't be afraid of it. Just go with it. There's sample bars. Just go with it and give it a try. And if you don't like how it turns out, put it in the crock pot and rebatch it. So those are 2 sample bars, and I'm going to just keep on cutting the oatmeal milk and honey soap. More sample bars. I'll be cutting these into halves. So there's 4 samples there, and then each loaf will have the same. And you can see the swirls from the cocoa powder, and you can see this will darken too. You can see the swirls really faintly from the turmeric powder. And then the other color is the natural color of the soap. And I did a test of the lather on this too when I was doing the dishes, and it is an amazing lather. And it's got a great skin feel afterwards. You won't be disappointed trying this soap. Last one. Let's get those strings cleaned off first. Now I'm cutting this soap too about 12 hours in, maybe a little bit more than that. But you don't have to wait, like this one, you don't have to wait that 24 hours to cut it. And as you can see, I'm touching it with my hands. It's not burning me. It's not lye heavy. The lye has already done its thing in the soap, so you don't have to worry about that. More sample bars. I should have about 12 sample bars, depending on, some of those were kind of thick, so I may be able to even cut those in half more. So thank you for watching the making of the oatmeal milk and honey soap. I hope you enjoy it. They will be available in my Etsy shop in September, on September 18th. Along with the North Shore and the new shave soaps. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day.